Get ready, get set, it's the Dark Tower review! Good evening, I'm Kelly Hutchings.
And I'm Jason Summer, and this is Craving Cinematics.
It is.
Yes, so this time we're reviewing The Dark Tower, which is based off of Stephen King's series of novels.
Yeah.
So, your initial thoughts on it?
My initial thoughts on The Dark Tower was, yawn.
It was, if I wasn't there watching a review, I actually was going to stand up and walk out of the theater within the first 10 minutes. It was kind of a rough start to it.
Yeah, why do you say that, though? Why are you talking like that?
Oh, the last couple of weeks I'd been recruited by MI6. I was in a karaoke bar, and this agent came up to me from England. She said, "My name is Yvette, and we need to recruit you." And she said that we needed to train me. So I went over to England for a while. I've been training you. I've been around. I've seen what you've been doing. It's not been bad.
Oh, well, thank you.
No problem. All right, so moving on.
Yeah,
yes,
moving
all
on
right,
to...
okay. So.
Well, okay. I don't know anything, of course, like all the reviews we do, I don't know anything about the movie. I knew that it was Stephen King. That's about all I knew. So going into it, I was, okay, we're going to go do a review on The Dark Tower. It was okay. It was okay. That's all I can really say about it. I wasn't blown away.
What we'll have to say is that we went in with two unique perspectives.
We did.
As Kelly was saying, she has not had any real experience reading any of these books by Stephen King. She only knew it was by Stephen King.
I do read, though.
Right, just not these books.
No.
Right, and I was familiar with the story, the lore, everything that went behind it, the long break because of Stephen King's accident when he was hit by the van. It was even questioned whether or not the series was going to be finished. So this was a movie that many people were anticipating. So we were all very excited, but we were also very worried because it was only an hour and a half long.
Yeah, and you did tell me that it was 7 books.
7 books.
So how do you put 7 books into, an hour and a half?
You don't, and that's what the problem was.
Yeah.
This was not the Dark Tower that people are familiar with. This was not the story. There were some characters from the stories that were familiar. For example, they have Roland, played by Idris Elba, who is the main character, the gunslinger. And then you have Matthew McConaughey, who's the Man in Black, who actually, I'll let you talk about him because she was quite pleased with his performance.
I like Matthew McConaughey. And when we did the trailer review reaction, I was upset that Matthew McConaughey was playing a bad guy.
I remember that, yes.
And I kind of like him as a bad guy.
He was creepy. He did a good job.
He did.
Yeah, just a psychopathic, he is the superior person in this film. That's how he felt about his character, himself. So, right, and then Idris Elba, I felt he was kind of flat.
His character did not have a whole lot of development to it.
No.
I mean, you knew he was a gunslinger. It alluded a little bit to his past, but as a person who didn't read the books, I got nothing else except that he was the one to save this tower. Right,
and a lot of the things that transpired in the story, in the movie,
Stop!
I've been trained. This is how it is now. I'm sorry. So the thing with the characters they were introduced, but nothing like it is in the book, because he's missing his 3 quartet characters from the book. You only get 1. So much is lost, and really this should have been made a series, which I believe they're actually doing. But we'll talk about that at another time.
If they're making a series out of it, then why didn't they begin from the beginning with book number 1 and kind of develop these characters better? Because even the little boy, and oh gosh, Tom. Oh, what's the little boy's name?
Jake.
Well, not in the movie. His real name.
Oh, I don't recall.
Tom something.
The young lad who played Jake.
Yeah, he did a nice job for his age, but
I think it was stilted. I think it was stilted. He did all right, but I mean, in the situation that he ended up in, he should have been freaking a lot more. I mean, he should have been bloody.
Yeah.
Just eyes bugging out of his head. I mean, just absolutely nuts. So, that's all I have to.
Well, and one of the areas that really was underacted, and I don't think it was his fault. I think it's more along the lines of directing.
I agree.
The way they were directed. Because heck, if I had just walked through this time thing to another world and fell on the ground and then looked up and there's this big monstrous guy with a gun pointed at me, I wouldn't have been like, I would have been like, holy, oh my God,
Actually, I probably wouldn't have been like that without going to another world. So.
Well, yeah, me too.
Right, yeah. So.
Anytime.
Not anymore, of course, because now I could just disarm the guy with, looking at him. Done. Right. It's that cool, really. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know you don't believe me, but that's all right. So, okay. So anyway, the one thing that I also noticed, they showed too much of the really awesome parts of the movie in the trailer. There were a few parts in there which I think if they'd saved it for the movie, it would have had so much more effect.
Enhanced.
Absolutely,
movie,
yes.
Yeah. So all right. So to sum it up, what would you give this? What rating?
Out of a 10, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. And in fact, I would wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. Maybe even Netflix. This is not one that I would highly recommend going to the theater, but that's just my opinion. And yourself?
Well, 3. Okay. Well, I'll be the popular one then. I'll give it at least a 5.
I think that's generous, but I'll let you.
Well,
have it,
just simply because people put time into it. I don't know. Yeah.
You're giving them a participation trophy?
Oh, I never give participation trophies.
Exactly. I know you've mentioned
that.
So
sorry. Okay. All right. I will. I'll be honest with you. I'll give it a 4. And I'll tell you why. I did like the scenery. The cinematography was really good.
That was nice.
I think that was the best thing of the whole show.
All right.
Was the cinematography, and I'm a big visual type. Bring me into this. And they created the world. It was neat. It was different. The middle world, and then what did they call Earth? What did they call
Keystone Earth?
Keystone Earth.
Yes.
It was in New York, and I did like all the kind of grimy shots of New York.
And I'll have to say, having lived and been aware of things before September 11th, it was very odd not seeing the Twin Towers and now seeing the new World Trade Center 1.
Oh yeah.
As part of the new skyline. So that was interesting. It was kind of a reminder to me of how things have changed, and that really doesn't have anything to do with the movie. It was just something that was a little poignant to me in the movie. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So.
All right. So you give it a 3. Yes. I give it a 4.
Which is a 3.5 out of 10.
It is. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah. Save your money. Save your money. Well, if you're really interested in it, wait and watch it at home.
But that's just your opinion, right?
Well, that's our opinion.
No. What I'm saying is, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No,
right.
It is my opinion. I didn't fall asleep, but I almost did.
Right.
So.
All right.
Yes.
Well.
Well, welcome back.
Glad to be back. This is fantastic. This is going to be great from here on out. It's going to be great.
Bloody awesome.
Bloody awesome. All right.
Well, I'm Kelly.
I'm Jason. This is Craving
Cinematics.